Hello everyone, I am Kinjal Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Computer Engineering. So here is Chapter 2 Lexical Analyzer, Lecture 5, in which we will learn DFA optimization and transition table. Now, in previous video, we have learned how to convert regular expression to DFA. And in this video, we will learn how to convert that DFA into DFA optimization or into minimized DFA. DFA optimization is required for faster execution. So we want to draw DFA which perform the same task that DFA does with the minimum number of states possible. So here are the number of states you can see in state transition table. This transition table we have already created using the combination of method Thomson and subset construction method. Now here A, B, C and D are the non-final state and E is the final state. So for minimization of DFA, we will take one set of all these states. Now we want to convert this set into two sets, one for final state and one for non-final state. So final state is E and non-final states are A, B, C and D. So here you can see the two states or two sets, one for non-accepting states and one for accepting states. So A, B, C, D are in the non-accepting states and E is in the accepting states. Now we also want to divide A, B, C, D into two sets. For that we will check that this state goes into which state. If they are going into the state and that state is the member of this set, then this state will be in the same set. Okay, I will explain you this by example so you will get more idea. That here you can see the set or state A, B, C and D. So A goes on to B and C for the input A and B. Now we will check that does B and C are the member of this set. So we can see that yes, B and C are the member of the set. So A will be in the same set. If A goes on to B and C are the member of this set, then A will be in the same set. If A goes onto the set if A goes onto the state which are not member of this set, then we will separate that state. Okay, so now we'll check for B. So B goes on to B and D. So here we can see that B and D are also the member of this set. So B will be in the same set. Now we'll check for the state C. So for C, C also goes on to B and C. So B and C are the member of this set. So C will be also in the same set. Now we'll check for the D. So for D, D goes on to B and E. So here we can see that E is not member of this non-accepting set. E is not the member of non-accepting set, so we will separate D from the set ABC. So next splitting will be one set is ABC and one set is D. Now we'll check for this set also that A goes on to B and C. So does B and C are the member of the same set? Yes, B and C are the member of the same set. So A will be in the same set. Now we'll check for the B. So B goes on to B and D. So B is the member of this set, but D is not the member of this set. So we will separate B from A and C. Now we'll check for the state C that now we'll check for the state C that C goes on B and C. So B and C are the member of the same set. So A and C will be in the same set and we will separate B. Now we'll check for A and C. So A goes on to B and C and C also goes on to B and C. So both the state have same goal state or same state. So A and C will lie in the same set only. So here no more splitting is possible as B, D and E are already separated and A and C, for A and C there is no more splitting possible. So if you chose A as a representative for the group AC, then we obtain the reduced transition table like this. Here you can see that in first row A, B and we have replaced C with A because we are representing A as our state A, C. Now in the second row there is no C in the second row, so there are no changes in the second row. And we will remove the third row as we have replaced C with A and A is already mentioned in the table. So now we will mention D. So D goes on to B and E and we will check for E, that E has the state B and A. So we will replace C with A. So now here you can see that we have minimized the DFA with from 5 state to 4 state and which perform the same task as DFA does. So you can draw the minimized DFA from this transition table. Now next topic is transition diagram. Transition diagram is a flowchart or a graphical representation. So to represent state, circle is used, and to represent the transition, arrow is used, and to represent the starting state, arrow and circle is used, and to represent the final state, concentric circle is used. So in transition diagram, we just graphically show the regular expression. So here is the transition diagram for relational operator. Relational operators are less than, greater than, less than equals to, greater than equals to, less than, not equals to, equals to. So we will draw one transition diagram for relational operator. Now the relational operator follow the one rule which that says that for each final state it returns only one output. So for more than one output there will be more than one final state. Here you can see that we want to perform less than equals to. So less than equals to and state 2 is the final state which will return less than equals to. Now we want to perform not equals to, so we can directly state greater than from 1, so it will, the combination of less than greater than means not equals to. Now we want to perform less than only, so we can directly set null transition from 1, other represent the null transition, so we can directly represent the null transition from 1 and final state will be 4 which return less than. Now we want to represent greater than equals to, so we can directly represent greater than equals to and 7 final state will return the greater than equals to operator. And if you want to represent greater than only, then we will write one null transition from 6 to 8 and 8 final state will return greater than equals to, sorry, greater than. Now we want to add equals to operator, so we can directly add equals to operator, so final state 5 will return equals to. So here is the state diagram for relational operator. We'll see one more example for transition diagram, that is transition diagram for unsigned number in Pascal. So we will First, draw the transition diagram for integer. In unsigned number, there can be integer, fractional number, uh, exponential number. So we will see one by one how we can draw the transition table for unsigned number. So first we will draw the transition diagram for integer, which will be like this, that from 1 to 2 we can directly represent the digit. Now there can be more than one digit in number, so that we can represent with the self loop for more than one digit. So here two state represent the integer number. Now what we want to do, we want to add fractional number as it is included in unsigned number. So now for fractional number, the transition diagram will be like this, that digit, fraction, digit. So there can be more than one digit before fraction and there can be more than one digit after fraction. So 1 to 4 represent the fractional number. Now we want to represent the exponential number. So for that we will directly add E symbol for exponential as a transition. Now exponential raised to मतलब e raised to -4 or e raised to +7. So plus or minus will be represented as a transition label, and then 6 to 7 there will be a digit, so 4 or 7. Now there can be more than one digit, so we'll represent it as a self loop. It's not necessary that the e raised to means exponential number must have fractional number only. It can be integer. So we will transfer directly from integer to e on 5. So which will generate the 45 e raised to plus 6. For example, here 4 from self loop 5, then directly e, so 45e, choose plus or minus sign, then take one digit 6. So if you want to write 45 raised to 6 integer e raised to plus 6, so we can directly pass e to the state 5. Now it's not necessary that plus or minus sign will be there in the exponential number. It can be directly 96 e raised to 2. So for to represent that value, we'll directly pass digit from 5 to 7. So we are just keeping plus or minus and directly transferring digit from 5 to 7. So now all the numbers have been included which can be unsigned. So now other state represent the null and the 8 final state represent the unsigned number. Now in unsigned number, integer, fractional and exponential number are included. So here, as we have already discussed that in transition diagram, one final state will return only one value. So here 8 is returning the value unsigned number. Now if we want to return only integer number, so for that final state 9 will be used, which will return integer number. Like here you can see that from digit, then digit as a self loop and other is used to represent null. So if you want to return the integer value, the final state 9 will be used. Now if you want to represent the fractional value, so where is the output of fractional value is stored in the state 5. So what will we do? We will draw one final state from 4. So here you can see that we have created one final state from 4 to 10, and as a label we have given other represent the null. So final state 8 represent the unsigned number, final state 9 represent the integer number, and final state 10 returns the fractional number. So this was the last topic of chapter 2. chapter 2 has been completed. Thank you.